Hello, everybody. It's Scott here from the Agile Reflect Festival. Sorry, I've forgotten where I've been. Long day. Like the rest of us, I'm a volunteer, so I've been working all day, and it's now come to evening time, and it's time to have a chat. We've got, I think, we've got lots of people in the Slack group. We've got lots of people involved in various circles and that, and I just thought it'd be useful just to get everyone together. Anyone who wanted to come, ambassadors, advisors, anyone. Just for a chat and just to cover off a few things, and we can answer, we can ask any questions we've got. Chances are, if you've got a question, someone else would have, and then we can record it as well. And because we record it, we'll put it on YouTube, and then people can watch it. What I'm really hoping is someone watches this on YouTube and thinks, "Wow, that was a question I wanted to ask," or "That was something I wanted to know." And so, thanks everyone for being here. And today we've got a few of the people involved. I think as we've got such a small amount of people, I think we can certainly go around and have a chat. So would everyone like to introduce themselves? If we start with Choma.
Choma. Maybe she didn't recognize her name.
Choma.
Choma Kafo.
Introduce yourself. Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So I said my name is Choma Claire Okafo from Nigeria.
Welcome. One of the things from the festival, we've had such a great response from Nigeria. You're like the first region to get involved. And it's really interesting, and that's been really good, because it's helped us understand how to make this a community event, and it's also helped us to understand how to get the ambassadors set up. And I think sometimes we don't think the world's very big, and the world's very, very big. And so Nigeria is a very big country as well. So it's good to start thinking about Nigeria. If you think we've got some of the biggest countries involved so far, we've got we've got Canada, we've got Nigeria, we've got Russia, we've got all these wonderful places. So yeah, great to see so many Nigerians. Okay, Joan, do you want to go next?
My name's Joan Abuza. I'm actually based in London. I heard about Agile from Franca, so I'm actually an Agile enthusiast. My background, accountancy. I did accountancy in university. I'm into quite a few things. I'm into beauty, into sales, translating to marketing. I run quite a few businesses, Celebrate Beauty with Joan, and a few other businesses. Basically, okay, I'm here.
That's enough commercials.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, I'm actually here. I joined, right, to see if I can do something with Agile, and to see if I can be of use to the festival that's coming on.
Yeah, that's amazingly interesting, because one of the things we've found is sometimes the Agile community things are just for the people that know about Agile, and in this we want people who are interested in Agile, who've never maybe heard about it and would like to know more. So this festival, we really wanted to make it open to everybody. So you're very, very welcome. And this is a place to ask some questions. Okay, who hasn't spoken yet?
Franca Ibuzo, myself.
Hi, Franca.
Hi, Scott. Hi, everybody. Okay. Yeah, I'm Franca Ibuzo. I'm from Nigeria. I just finished my, I just became a PSM. That's a professional Scrum Master.
Well done.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
my sister is also interested. That's why I invited her to be part of it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So
I think that's how we.
Yeah. She wants to be the ambassador in UK.
Ah, well, yeah. Okay. That's well. Grace has set up a little system there for looking at things. That's great. We are looking at how we're putting people together. Is we're looking to see the applications we've got, and because it's going to involve linking up with like existing organizations. So people with a bit of knowledge in the area, will probably get selected, before people that have got less knowledge. But what we want to do is maybe put together teams of people. So instead of maybe having one ambassador, we might have a few people, especially for very large countries. So yeah, I think teams are the way to go. So thanks for volunteering. Yeah, amazing.
Thank you.
Are you in the Slack group yet?
On what group?
The Slack
Not,
group?
not Slack, not yet.
No.
I'll walk through it.
That's another good place to go. Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Grace, do you want to say hi?
Oh, yeah, hi everyone. My name is Grace Johnson. I'm happy to be here and to see all of you. Thank you.
Excellent. And last but not least, Valentina. Oh no, Saf's here as
I
well.
will. Oh, hi guys. Yeah, hi guys. Valentina, Russia, Moscow. Actually, I think I've been in the project for 1 month already, so it's exciting. And actually, I am a Scrum Master here, and a recorder, and an organizer, and just help with some stuff. And I try to take part in all the activities and try to be in Slack. Slack is very active now, and I do work with volunteers and with introductions and with our systems. So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Julia, sorry, I went into gallery view there so I can see everyone. Julia, how are you? Excellent. I have a choice of masks these days. I have this one. or
Union Jack.
or this one. Can you tell I'm Scottish? Excellent. Julia, do you want to introduce yourself? You look like you're somewhere warm. I think you're on mute.
Oh, really? So you didn't hear what I told you before? So I'm from Mallorca, from Spain. We're not allowed to put our masks off, but I can do that for you. So hi, everyone. So you can see me smiling always with Scott. I'm part of a marketing circle for Agile Reflect. So trying to build some awareness and engagement. And now actually having a walk on the beach just to relax.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you very much. Sath, one of our advisors. How are you doing? You want to introduce yourself?
Good, Scott. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I think you've missed a couple of other people. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sath. Sath, I think everybody calls me Sath. Scott says I'm one of the advisors. I'm really, really passionate about what you're all doing. I think this is an amazing
also the
idea.
First event.
Yes, and I also registered what I believe is our first event of the festival, which is a community event that I'll be hosting with my own meetup, which is going to be a panel discussion with 4 of the industry's thought leaders. So we're all very excited about that. So Scott says I'm an advisor, so you might have seen me conduct some interviews with other trustees. So yeah, glad to be here. Good to meet you all, and yeah, excited to support tonight's discussion.
Brilliant. Rashid, I didn't see you. Do you want to say hi?
Rashid dropped off.
Are you on mute?
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hi, Rashid. Pleased to meet you. How are you?
Yeah, my pleasure.
Excellent.
I joined late, so I overheard some people introducing.
Yeah, we're just doing.
One another.
Yeah, we're just doing some introductions. Are you driving?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in a car, and I don't want the echo to reflect. Give me 10 minutes.
You could just, you listen, and we'll cover some things. Excellent.
Give me like 10 minutes.
Excellent. Ishinom? Is it pronounced Ishinom? Hi.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good to have you here.
I'm from Nigeria. It's evening here. Good evening, Scott. Hi.
This is we're so far north. It's already dark here.
This is Nigeria. I'm Ishinom. I just came across Agile, and I'm excited to be part of Agile 20 Reflect. Looking forward to how my engagement will look like. I'm still thinking about it, and I'm enjoying everything that's going on here. You would get feedback from me pretty soon.
Excellent, and I'm glad you volunteered as well. So that's good. It's really so exciting to have so many people volunteering and showing up. Right, last but not least, Dominique, would you like to do a little introduction there?
This will be better. Hi to all. Well, it's Dominic Kos from Paris, and I work with organization around Agile, transformation Agile.
Excellent. Good. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you a little bit of the website. And we're going to get maybe a little bit of feedback. And then whilst we're showing you the website, if you've got any questions, either put the questions into the town hall Facebook, or put them into the chat that's here. And what we'll do is we'll after we've like ran over a few things, you know, we'll ask some questions. And again, there's no silly questions. Chances are, if you've got a question, it's because I haven't put it in the website. And yeah. So the website's going to be interesting. It's a part of the organization that the world sees. So I like to think of it like the part of the organization that's like an iceberg. It's the part that's above the water. So there's lots and lots and lots more activity underneath, but most people won't be able to connect with that. They'll only really see the website. So I'm going to share there. So please put chats in the chat, and Valentina's going to look at and keep an eye on the chat in Zoom. And Grace is going to keep an eye on the chat in Facebook. Sorry, I'm multitasking here. Just my man can barely multitask. Right. Let's go and share the screen. Okay, and this is the website. Now I'm really excited about the website, and I'm excited about the website for a few reasons. Can everyone see the website?
Yes.
Brilliant. Now, I'm really excited for a few reasons. One is the logo. I'm really, really pleased with the logo.
Yeah.
And I believe that came from Nigeria. So. There's two elements to the logo I like. I like the kind of the quarters with the 4 people collaborating. And we've also used that as the smaller logo. So that's really wonderful. The other thing is it's colorful. So we wanted this to be colorful because this is all about variety. This entire festival is going to be about variety. So we put some words down here, and some of the words came from the session that I did with the interview with Mercy the other day, which is interesting. We're going to tighten the words, but basically I've been trying to find a short term to express what the festival's about, because lots of people think it's like a conference. So around the world there's lots and lots of conferences. And they're usually 1 or 2 days where people will, be together in a group, go through several tracks, you navigate the tracks and things, and then you all go home. And then maybe in a few months later, you'll get links to the videos for those who attended the conference. So what we're trying to do here is something different. So in this sentence, and we can actually change it, I would like a little bit of feedback from you, is at our free Agile Festival, you can host or do anything you want at any time in February 2021. Co-badge it with us, and we'll advertise your event or activity on our central program. And we will keep a copy of your event or research for people that could not make it to use for free in the future. Now first of all, to take something as complicated as what we're doing to put it into something small, what does everyone think about that? Can you read the screen, actually? That's
Okay, it's quite tiny, so I had to log on to my system actually to read.
Well, I'll put it into the chat, actually. Let's do that. Chat. Okay, and it's going in the chat. So let's go break down the elements of that. So this is really a free festival. So we don't want people paying for it, because it's, we want everyone to attend for free. Part of the freeness is we are going to ask for organizations and people who have the relevant funds to actually lend us some financial support. So we'll have a system whereby if you want to support the festival, you can pop it in to get some funds to support it. we reckon if with a lot of people going, it's not going to take much money from each person or some large companies just to kind of cover the costs. And the main costs in this will be around about any of the central systems that we need to set up to register, keep people's data safe, or setting up the central program. So we really want it free. I think that's a fundamental thing for anyone. And the next bit is that you can host. So SAF's actually hosting an event, so you can host that event. And I think what I could probably do is go to show you SAF's event. So this is the first one that's up there, and it's going a bit slow. Here we go. Here's the website SAF runs, and there's SAF, and there's 1,300 and 1,000, almost like 1,700 and a half. That's a lot of people there. And there's Martin. Why does Martin Hinshelwood get everywhere? Okay, so do you want to talk about the event that you're putting on and SAF just for a second, and I'll find it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, so we basically are looking to host a panel discussion. So I was playing around really. So part of this is, so the meetup, our meetup is called the Future of Work Scotland, but we cover a lot of broad topics. It's not just Agile, but we cover a lot of Agile themes, and we've had a lot of really good leading Agile thought leaders who've been past guest speakers. So I basically wanted to invite some of them back to support the panel discussion, because I like panel discussions, keep it quite conversational, and give those who attend the opportunity to hear from those who have been in the industry for some time and respected, or authors of books most of us have in our homes, etc. So that's kind of the idea, but it's the future of work does the future of Agile. So it's a look at, so Scott and others have explained, we want to do a bit of reflection. It's come before, some stuff looking at the now. This event will basically get 4 leading Agilists together to have a conversation about what might come next. Where could we go after 20 years of the evolution of Agile? So that's really what we're trying to do. So, all right, Scott?
It's a good list of people going there from all over.
Yeah, our attendees come from all over. So one of the questions I was keen to ask tonight, I'll put on the table now, we can come back to it, is sort of coverage in perhaps somewhere like South America. What does that look like? What does that look like at the moment, and what can we do about that?
Yeah, we've got a few people there. I think it's the ambassadors when we get the ambassadors set up, and we do know people in South America, so we will bridge in there. What I like about this was Saf, set it up. He's hosting it. If they get near the limits of people going to it, he'll manage the wait list. And really all what we need to do there, really simply, is really simply we'll show that on a program. So this is a very basic one. We'll do something much more smarter, but there's the line item there. It's the 3rd of February. The group is the future of work, and where to book is here. So if we had lots and lots of events like that, this building up, then we can also make these searchable. So we can search in all the fields. So of which country, what kind of topic, and these other things. We can really so if you're really interested in like a general talk for beginners, we could list all of the general talks for beginners. And if you wanted a kind of an expert talk in complexity, they could, again, you could find it. So you're actually making your own program up, and you're making your own tracks up. And I think that could be really powerful. It's probably going to be some kind of database we use for this. That's nice and simple for people to use. But I think that's going to be exceptionally interesting to do. So popping back to home. So what we really want everyone to do is use the website quite a lot for information. So just on that central quote, co-badge means we kind of share it with you. So it's not a case of it's our event and you're at it. It's a case of we're partnering. So I think that's more fun. So SAF, SAF's organizations there, we're together. And one of the things we want to do is, if we go to where the organizations are, that there's two ways to join up. But if you see there, when we look at the organizations supporting us, already we've got Future of Work, Lean Agile London, and LearnTor in Nigeria. Okay, so I think this is powerful when we start seeing the build-up of all the companies supporting us. And some of that support can be, people helping, and some of that support could be financial, and some of it could be, lending support. And we've got two logins here. One's for companies and one's for meetups. And when the ambassadors are going around, they'll talk to people that want to get involved locally. What they'll do is they'll get the organizations to register centrally there and give their details in. I just talked about the ambassadors, so Grace is doing some great work on the ambassadors. So there's a page on the ambassadors, and if you go to the page on the ambassadors, we're looking to get anywhere there's an Agile community to have an ambassador, and in some of the larger countries to break that down. And I would imagine next week we'll start seeing some people in here, Grace. Oh, we've got some. Miles is South Africa. And Mercy's Nigeria. I didn't know this. Someone earlier today on this chat group said, Scott, how are you going to be personally getting feedback from everyone? And I said, this is far too big for me to get feedback from everyone. I'm not even going to try to get feedback. So this makes me excited that I can go into a website and I can see new material just happening. Again, we're gonna make this all a bit prettier, but it's very functional just now. So if you're watching this video and you'd like to be an ambassador, there's more information here, and you can just apply here, and then you too could see your name there. One of the things that we're keen on doing is letting everyone know who's involved. So we've started putting the trustees on here. So here's me, and you can see my background and some contact details from me there. And here's Dominique, who's on the call, and here's Grace. So you can all go to the website now and see who's involved. And we're going to be putting the advisors on tomorrow, and then the ambassadors on. So people will be able to easily find the ambassadors or the advisors or everyone there. Yes, excellent. And there's Valentina. So this is quite good because it means that we can all link up, we can all find each other, and if we've got our LinkedIn addresses as well, we can all make personal connections. Because one of the big things in the festival that we wanted to do was, make connections. So if we've actually got a directory of speakers as well and things, we can really link up with everybody. Okay, speaking of speakers, we're running a competition just now. So who is your greatest dream speaker? Who's your GDS? You'll never forget your first GDS. Who is your greatest dream speaker? So what we're asking people to do is pop the details in there, and we'll collect them, and then with the top, we'll have a vote. We'll publish the vote and the details of who the community would really like to hear speak, and then we'll contact them and see if they want to come and speak. Just that simple. So if you're new to Agile, you might not know many people, so that's okay, and you might not want to do this. But if you've been around in the last 20 years and there's people you want to see, we could pop things in there, and that's going to be quite interesting because if we run this for the next couple of months, by January we should be able to put some invites out there, which will be very exciting. What else have we got? Yeah, if you want to be a volunteer, there's bits on the website here that will show you how to join the Slack channels and things. So I know a lot of you have joined Slack already, so that's a good way to get involved there. This is something that Dov and I are working on, which is the proposal page. So we've just went to 3 ways to engage with us. So one is you'd like to do an event, but you're not sure, you need some help. So that's the request some help group. Perhaps you're like Seth and you're really used to putting events together and you're part of the community and you've got a real strong idea of what's acceptable. So you just really want to register it. And all we're doing there is taking details that would help us find it in the or help someone find it in the program, because we're expecting the program could get very large here. So it's not a case of a couple of pages you could flick through. You know, if you get 300, 400 entries in there, you're really going to want something searchable. And the final one is you've got an idea, but you maybe like us to help host it, or you maybe like to find some other people to do it. So maybe you want to do a panel debate, or maybe you want to do something with original manifesto signers. So if you engage with us there, we'll try and help you with that. So first one is, I don't know what to do, basic help. Second one is, I know exactly what I'm doing, and here's how to register quickly. And the third one is, I've got an idea, but I'd like to work with some other people to build it up. And we've also got a weekly update. So, and we've got a scoreboard. Okay. Actually, with this is out of date already. So this is last week. So how many advisors do you think you're going to have, Grace?
They're really coming in fast.
So on Friday, you tell me how many you've got, and
I could have 10 by Friday, right?
And again, this is out of date because we've got 2 organizations onboarded already, and we're going to have some more organizations onboarded, and we're going to have some more programs in place. So this is how. Yeah. So this is our, like, imagine we're playing football, yeah, and this is our game card, and we're the audience in the stadium. We're going to be looking at this, yeah, and every time we see more and more there, we're going to cheer, yeah. So because people like games, and they like seeing. If you're watching your football team, or if you're watching your cricket team, you get excited when you look at the scoreboard. So this is our scoreboard. And the final bit that is a register here part. So if you register here, we'll take some details from you, and you can say the kind of things you're interested in, and we'll mail you out every time that with updates about the kind of events you'd like. So that's again, that's now that's on most of the pages. So it's register with us. But if you register with us there, we'll keep you in touch by email. And I think that's most of the website. I'm just double checking. Yeah, right. I'm going to stop sharing, and if anyone's got any questions, or if anyone wants to say anything about that, then let's talk about that. But I'm really excited with the amount of work. I think it's amazing. Thank you very much. Thank everybody. Okay. Oh, Katie's here. Hello, Katie. That's my daughter. Yeah. All right. Anyone got any questions about the website and where we're going? And we can go through more detail there. I mean, in a little bit, but that's the overview of the website. If you want to put things in chat, we can answer there. Okay, what we can do quickly is a little 10-minute.
I've got one, but I maybe giving others the chance. I saw a conversation starting to fly by on, I don't know if it was WhatsApp or Slack. So, no, I know. So I thought it might be useful to just get some clarity and provide everyone with some clarity on. So I saw a conversation about sponsorship, donations. Can you say a bit more about that? Because I think it would be good for folk to hear about that. Or is there clarity to emerge?
Yeah, so we've got a problem. We don't know how much it's going to cost. Nobody's ever done this before. So it's a good Agile problem, right?
Yeah.
And Brandon's here, and Brandon can maybe talk a little bit about costs and that in a second. But there's huge variability because either this entire conference is run on everyone else's infrastructure with everyone else doing it, and we don't need much at all, or we pivot slightly and we use some of like a central platform, and we have lots of people involved in the central platform. And those central platforms get very expensive when you get over like 1,000 people. So take the Slack group we've got. Yeah, it's £6 per month per person after you go over the, if you go to the paid version. So we've got 200 people there already. If we imagine if we had 2,000 people on there, so that's like every month we'd have to do £6 So that very quickly starts scaling up in costs. So we're trying to do as much technology as we can ourselves, but we're just not sure what'll work. And we're looking for things that, already been used and already scaled a lot. But, ask me next year and I'll be able to tell you what the budget is, probably down to £50 accuracy now. But this year, because it's never been done before, it could be as little as £2,000 and it could be as much as £100,000. Now that's really difficult for fundraising. So because we don't really want to raise more funds than we need, but there's a huge range there. And there's two schools of thought emerged. One is that we're grassroots and we should be funding from the people attending. And there's another one that says, organizations want to get involved with this, and we should try and pin ourselves towards, with the usual market rate for these kind of things. I'm actually going to shut up now and let you guys discuss it live on Facebook. What do people think about that? What do you think? Do you think we should be funded by members, or do you think we should be trying to get industry support? And I'm going to turn my microphone and my picture off for, and I'm going to force this. So I got this from my wife, which is an egg timer. So I'm going to let the egg timer run, and I'm not going to talk, and you guys can talk.
Hello, Scott. It's Brandon here. Yeah, I think we don't need a mutual exclusive type of scenario here. So it doesn't have to be one or the other. It could be a combination of both. Whoever really can contribute, wants to contribute. I think the one challenge that we're facing in that regard, though, is the question about what do people get for their money? And it's not about what they get, but where is the money going? So we're just employing the ideology of we're not making profits and playing with various ideas, like what are we going to do if there's money left over? Well, we must probably wanting to do it to a charity, let's just say. And then the question might be something along the lines of, well, what happens, which charity? What if I don't agree with that charity, and those types of problems? So we're trying to get as much information around what that means. But the reality of it is we can decide if the money comes in, what options we have. But I don't think that there's any limitations. I think if people can give, regardless of whether they're a company or an entity or an individual, that should be their wish. And I think our vision here is to make Agile accessible. So the one thing that people can and will know is that that's what our vision is, that there's no one profiting from this.
I was definitely going to agree with you, Brandon, and I don't think we need one approach. It's not a pick one direction and that's all we need to do. I think we can have a combination of things. So I do agree with that. I think you're right. We need to think about if organizations are going to make some sort of investment, well, how's that investment going to be used? And that's kind of important that there's clarity and transparency around that. Definitely agree with that. Because I've worked in sort of projects where there was sponsorship, levels of sponsorship, and it was very clearly detailed what the different levels of sponsorship covered and what you were getting for that investment effectively. So that needs thought through and clarified, documented, published. Anybody else got any thoughts?
Hi guys,
Hi,
I'm
Marina.
for those who are looking at translation, I'm a membership secretary, and I have a question, guys. Do we need to discuss it publicly right now, or do we have something more to present? Maybe tell features of being ambassador, of being volunteer, and so on.
Depends whether you feel your question is one that you feel can be asked publicly, or if you feel it's one that you should be taking to your trustee meeting. Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow.
I'm just saying that our translation will be more live if we make something not discussing but presenting, maybe.
Yeah, I agree with you, Marina. I think, Scott, and you're allowed to give back your silent conch. I think Marina's making a great suggestion around, so you show on the website, but what does it mean to be an ambassador? Like, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What would the expectations be?
Yeah, happy to talk about ambassadors. Good question there. We're going to make some training videos for the ambassadors to help. If you think about it, the three things an ambassador needs to be involved in is liaising with local community, the Agile community, and inviting them to take part. It's not making them take part or anything; it's inviting them. We invited Sath. Sath has put something in there, and that's quite interesting. Because we're not a conference, because we're linking up with other organizations, there'll be lots of questions. So we're actually looking for an ambassador with a bit of diplomatic skills. Perhaps there's a lot of meetups in the area that that might like to do something together, or perhaps all the meetups in the area don't like each other. And the reason there's 5 meetups is it's like the joke. It's like the joke of the man who was on the desert island, and when they picked him up, they said, "You've got 3 buildings here. What are they for?" And he said, "Well, this is my house, and this is my church." And he said, "Well, what's the 3rd building?" He said, "That's a church I used to belong to, but I'll never set foot in that building again." So sometimes meetups are a bit like that as well. So and it's probably going to take a bit of an ambassador to go and talk to people and say, "Well, would you like to do something?" And then people might want to know what to do. And again, we're not really giving instructions on what to do here. So it's anything you want to do. As long as it's safe, as long as it's a nice environment. I'd actually say as long as it's an environment that I can take my kids to. Yeah. So I always find Richard Sheridan, who wrote the book, it's not Richard. Anyway, it'll come back to me. The chap who wrote the book Joy at Work said that having children in the office was amazing because everyone's behaviors were better. So the other thing that the ambassadors are doing, as well as doing those local events, is if anyone's got a problem, instead of coming to the center or someone in another country to ask for help, you got someone locally. We're also wanting to do local events in local languages. So if you're in South America, Spanish or Portuguese, if you're in Brazil. So these events are kind of really accessible. I was very struck when I went to Mexico City and went to a meetup there. My Spanish is terrible, but a lot of people there, their English was, not that great as well. So again, don't have a meetup where you're trying to use a second language to talk. Yeah.
Language.
Use your original language. Yeah.
Sign language.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. It's putting creativity in there as well, and social events. We're in the middle of this big pandemic, so actually linking people together and making local bridges is going to be really important. I think we're all getting more isolated, and I think we're all doing less. We're all seeing people less than that. So the ambassador is really to try and there's an expression in Scotland, stir the pot. They're really there to kind of mix things up a little bit and to get people interested. So I think without the ambassadors, we won't get that much local involvement. The next thing is businesses who want to get involved but who are local to countries would, they could talk to the ambassadors, around about getting involved and helping. Because one of the things we found is centrally in the small team we've got, we've actually had more offers of help than we can handle. So that's an interesting puzzle. So if we can actually push this down and let everyone in the local areas organize this, that would be great. And the final thing is the ambassadors can also set up events for the maybe like country events or regional events or things, and so maybe pick a world region. Someone give me a world region.
Australasia.
Okay, so maybe Australasia will have their kind of Hall of Fame for great Australasian agilists, or maybe they'll do a debate between the various, agilists in Australasia, or maybe they'll do something else that's just really just focused on their group. So it isn't like they're referring back to the central team to do something or watching what the Americans are doing or the British are doing. It's they're doing their own events in that area. So that business liaison, that helping local groups, get involved, and helping the kind of doing some area specific stuff, I think is really important. It really is that model of we're taking the central team structure and just spreading it down so that people can make local decisions. One of the key things is let decision making happen where the information is. And the world's incredibly big, and in the center we haven't got much of a clue. And finally, I think locally, I'd be hoping that these ambassadors would be able to navigate the politics of the local area. Every local area in the world's got politics, and every area's got different politics, and some of them might be technology and VPNs and access and things. So it's kind of like creating events that can work for the area as well. Okay, does everyone feel they could be an ambassador now, knowing all that?
Now I see the difference between being an ambassador and being a volunteer.
Yeah, exactly.
Because initially I came in saying I wanted to be an ambassador, but now everything's kind of being, explained to me. So a bit of clarity there.
Yeah,
I'd rather work in a group, work with a group of ambassadors. Yeah.
Yes.
To work as a team.
Yeah,
I'd love that.
Yeah, good point there. And the other thing is we've got circles that are going on inside the organization. These circles are like the marketing circle, the finance circle, the kind of inviting people circle. We've got a group of people that kind of question everything we do and come and say, is that right? Is that right? Is that right? And they're called the red team. So that I think comes from the military. Okay. There's a blue team and red team. So the blue team is you, the red team's the other players. And so that's even from the beginning, we've kind of organized to be kind of checking ourselves for problems and things. I actually think the sponsorship question came from the red team. They said, be careful if you take a lot of corporate money, you might not look like a community group. And I think that's where the debate came from today, Saf. So that's good. But again, the Slack group, Slack's a tool. It's a bit like Facebook. The Slack group there and the circles are there. And if you want to help with the circles, just go and and volunteer. Cool. Right. Any other questions? We've got. I think we have time for one last question. I know what we could do. Well, let's put in the chat, right? A wish that you have for the festival. So I wish the festival does something. So if everyone just puts in the chat, I'll read them out, and that'll be good.
Scott, maybe I should add something.
Go for it.
First of all, as a membership secretary, I'm interested in new members, in people who volunteer, who make visions locally as an ambassadors. Of course, some proposals of the events and some people who make the difference, who make the festival. And I think that we should announce that we have several independently running circles in our internal organization. It's a circle of marketing. It's a circle of finance. You saw some part of discussion here before we ended it. We also have some circles and some people who have the circle inside, and especially we have a circle of proposals and more closer to the event, we'll have a big work in the circle of membership that it's now almost sleeping, and we will support the meetup organizers, like coaching, help, and service that will allow them to ask some questions about translations, maybe at Facebook, LinkedIn, and so on, to make this event really global. Because I know some people have problems experiencing with this, and we will have some marketing for the events. So talking about money, I think most of the investment will go to the money to the marketing companies. Talking about this, it's like, let's make this thing real global.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted.
Yeah. So excellent points. So again, if you want to help, maybe you've joined but you're not sure how to help, just chat to Marina. She'll try and find you someone who needs help. But we're all a little bit shy at the moment. The other thing is, imagine this is like, I think this is going to be like Black Friday, do you have this in Nigeria where everyone shops before Christmas? Is this the thing?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so I think we've just set up a brand new supermarket, okay? And it's just before Black Friday and we're just about got the doors open. And so every time I talk to everyone, it's like, automate, automate, automate. So, you know, I really do think that once everyone realizes that they can do anything they want, they'll get a global stage, they'll get recognition, and they'll also get help for, for getting speakers and things. Everyone will come along and knock on the door, because this is just going to be such an enabler for new talent, new voices, new people, just to, just to share. I'm going to quickly read out some of the wishes here. Okay. So Dennis, I wish the festival has Agile games. Now that's going to be interesting, because games generally been a little bit difficult to do online, but I have found a couple. So yeah, that would be great. I mean, social events as well are amazing. So we need to have some social events. I've got a mutual friend who does raves. So hopefully we'll have some dance music during the festival as well. Okay, and I'm sure Seth will organize a whiskey tasting or something. That would be quite interesting. You can all, maybe if with enough planning, you can get the same bottles in or something. Okay, let's see who's next. I wish the festival solves some social cause by raising money or charity or helping people to help. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, we should look at that. I think about access is usually the thing. A lot of the Agile events and training and learning and that are quite expensive. So access is an important thing. So yeah, let's look at that and see what we can maybe do there. I wish the festival will reach new corners of the world that Agile is yet to find. Well, that's interesting, because I've got a feeling when we map out all the Agile communities, it's gone further than we thought. Valentina, I wish we could create a big Agile network ever. And that's interesting. So once we all get together to do the festival, what's next? That could be interesting. I wish the festival exposes participants to new opportunities. Okay, that's interesting too. I always find that learning and new ideas help me understand things. There'll be a lot of entrepreneurial people there and a lot of entrepreneurial talks. So that should be interesting as well. Mercy, I wish the festival reaches countries that are yet to adopt Agile through the ambassador events. Yeah, I think that could be really true. So maybe local enthusiasts in some of the countries that are newer to it, that can really stir up a lot of interest. Maybe stir up some meetups that persist after this. If I go back to Scotland, about 5 years ago, there was one meetup. Now there's about 7. So there is that way of once you start seeding meetups, the activity grows. Okay, Franca, I wish the festival will create more awareness about being Agile, and I think that's great. If we can, I didn't realize we were reaching out to so many people that weren't in the community already. So that's we're beginning to exceed my expectations. I absolutely love it. Grace, I wish the festival will truly connect people and create lasting relationships. So I think it will already, Grace, because I've got a feeling that Valentina, Grace, that we'll all be together for a long, long time. And it's amazing how those friendships can get deep quickly. Okay, I wish the festival brings a lot of awareness and information to the world at large, and that's a huge thing. Learning is like core to this. Good one. Choma, I wish the festival creates an opportunity for people to share their feelings and exchange their ideas and thoughts. Yeah, feelings are important. This will be a human festival. I think I'm doing a talk with Sath, actually. We're doing it in Glasgow, and it's going to be on imposter syndrome. So that's all about feelings. So yeah, this doesn't have to be about agile practice. It's really about humans at work and how we all work together. Because one of the greatest things that's come out of the agile movement is a lot of these softer stuff that's come out. And Franca, I wish the festival will also create agile awareness in organizations too. Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing if Agilists could get their organizations to get involved and start doing internal events? SAS lucky enough to be in a large organization that does things like that. They got their Agile Fest, but not everyone does. So maybe this will seed ideas. All of these things are amazing. They're all creative things. Well done, everybody. I'm gonna shut early. Okay, we're gonna do these every month. So Valentina will do another one in a month.
Yes.
Good, and we're going to take the check. Yeah, Satha like this. We're going to do the checkbox approach. So everything you did this time, write it down, and we'll just we will do it easily next time. And a big thank you to Valentina for setting this up, and Mercy for setting this up, and the advertising it, and Choma as well. And yeah, I actually this has been great fun. And I like to be available to kind of ask questions and to share my vision. But again, I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just sharing my vision. Yeah. And the vision is a very open thing, a very kind of free thing. And if you need anything agreed, as Marina and Brandon said, that the trustees, are a place to discuss stuff. But remember that, your opinions count. Always feed back to us. Always feed into your circles. The trustees are there to help make the decisions, and I'm just really here to wear my director's hat. I've only got one job in this. At the beginning of the festival, I go, I now declare this festival open, and that's all I do. Big thank you to everybody.
I don't have a hat, unfortunately.
You will. You're in Russia. It's winter coming. You'll have a hat.
Oh yeah, my bad.
All right, thank you very much.
Next time.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm going to stop recording now and stop streaming.
Bye everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye, guys.
Nice to see you all.
Bye, everyone.
See you soon.